Hello, and welcome ladies and gentlemen to another wonderful day here at India's Mafia's channel. I am India's Mafia. In this video, I'm going to be covering the advanced guide to Soldier 76. As explained in the previous video, he's a very versatile and strategic hero. If you haven't already seen the basics guide, there will be a link in the description below. Finding good ways to combo with your team will help you determine if Soldier is a good pick for your team's composition. In turn, understanding his counters will also help you strategize and decide if Soldier will be effective against the enemy. Before I get started, there is one very important thing I forgot to address in the basics guide. Never activate your visor in a dense amount of heroes. The more heroes in the targeting system, the less effective and accurate the targeting system is, and it will disperse your fire amongst all the heroes within the reticle. Anyway, to move on to the counters, I have 9 heroes that are direct counters to Soldier 76. Starting off with Genji, McCree, Reaper, Tracer, Bastion, Hanzo, Mei, D.Va, and Roadhog. I will go through these heroes and explain how they counter you and how to deal with them as effectively as possible. Genji can throw everything that you have back at you if he activates his Reflect. This means that when fighting him, you should keep a very fine eye on him activating or the sound for him activating his Reflect. Genji is just a hero that has a lot of answers to most of the abilities that you can do. So in order to get an advantage on him, all you have to do is save your own ability. Wait for him to waste his and then counter with your rockets or your ultimate. McCree only annihilates you close up. From longer ranges, McCree relies more heavily on his accuracy, and you have a lot more opportunity to deliver more DPS. His blind can be the death of you, so do your best to avoid it and avoid any close-up 1v1 confrontations. Using your range cancels out most advantages McCree can have. Reaper is another hero that has a huge advantage on you close range. If he is any closer to you than medium range, he can almost two-shot you, so it is better just not to engage or to try your best to avoid engagements with him at anything less than medium range. Your sprint should be able to outrun most of anything that he can do. Tracer. When fighting Tracer, never use your rockets before she backtracks. Getting a good few headshots and rocketing her should insta-kill her, but any good Tracer will backtrack before you have an opportunity to do this. So save your rockets, chip her down, and force her into backtracking. Then you can use your rockets to burst her down instantly and catch her off guard. Bastion counters you at almost any range. He can out DPS you even at the best of times, so the only chance you have is if he's distracted and you can sneak around a corner or maybe try to chip him away over a gradual amount of time and never give him an opportunity to heal. If Bastion isn't in turret form, you should be able to have no problem killing him, and this is your only hopes for an advantage. Hanzo is technically a counter to almost everybody. He can nearly one-shot almost all heroes in the head, and this is a severe problem with Soldier 76 due to his low health. But if you can catch him off guard and get a good rocket shot to his head, you should have no problem taking him out. Mei. Mei is one of those other heroes that I would highly recommend avoiding all 1v1 encounters with. Unless you have high amounts of confidence in your ability to aim and low amounts of confidence in her ability to aim, most of the time you will be frozen before you deliver the lethal blow and she will kill you. Overall, this is not hard to avoid since you do have a sprint and a huge mobility advantage over her. D.Va, with her massive amounts of HP, mostly consisting of armor, and close quarters fighting, just really messes with everything that you do well. Try to kite and chip away, and after you blow the mech, immediately reload to secure the kill, because the time it takes her to evacuate is the same amount of time it takes you to reload. Roadhog. Don't get close to anyone with a shotgun or a nuke. General idea. He should have a very hard time landing a hook on you unless you're playing against somebody highly more skilled than you are. Heroes you're going to be good with are Winston, Mei, D.Va, Reinhardt, and Roadhog. Winston, you have equal movement abilities and flanking. Pairing a good shield plus your heal, he can cover your melee disadvantage while you cover his range disadvantage. With Mei, if somebody's frozen, it gives you a free guaranteed kill. Just don't get excited and reloads because somebody's frozen, because they aren't frozen for long. D.Va is an amazing sponge and distraction. She is a higher priority target than Soldier 76 in most circumstances and will distract most of the enemy. This is the time that you can take to prioritize your targets and take out any key players while D.Va takes the brunt of the damage. Reinhardt, shield makes a perfect situation for your ult. You can ult behind his visor, and just like I said in the very beginning of the video, make sure there aren't too many people within your visor reticle, otherwise it will be for naught. Roadhog is extremely good with your hero, just for the pure fact that as soon as he hooks somebody, you and him should be able to insta-kill almost anyone. There should be no one that gets away after Roadhog hooks somebody with you next to them. Obviously, there are many specific situations when Soldier can be countered, but I decided to only go over direct circumstances that are guaranteed to play out when you're playing against these individual heroes. And finally, good practices to improve your Soldier performance are: keep an open mind. Always consider how you can improve the situation, and finally be aware of your weak points and keep trying until you overcome them. Persistence and repetition will solve most problems. Thank you for watching my guide on Soldier 76. The next hero guide I will be making is for Lucio, and I will be planning on releasing the basics guide every Sunday and the advanced tutorial guides every Thursday. I wanted to thank all the people who helped me put this guide together, and the amazing artists over at Noisy Freaks for providing their music in this video today. You can find the links in the description below.